Maxime Legacy once said, "The day I began to live is the day I discovered being an introvert was awesome." Hello everyone, my name is Tia Arthasari from the class F, and I am an introvert. That's exactly what I want to talk about today, being an introvert. But first, I want to thank our lecturer, Miss Ira, who gave me this opportunity to deliver this speech. And of course, to all of the audience who watched this video, thank you so much. About the topic, I have 3 points that I want to discuss with you. First, how do I know that I am an introvert? Second, the types of introverts. And then the last one is being an introvert. Let's get straight to the first one. How do I know that I am an introvert? First, from other people. In this case was my teacher. Back then, when I was in elementary school, 6 years, I was always with the same group of people. Then when I graduated and chose a different school with my friends, I never knew that I would change into a different person. Not changing though, but I became to understand more about my true personality. I never knew that I couldn't adapt easily to a new environment. I just realized that I am a person who tends to be afraid, shy, and easily tired of blending in with crowds of people I'm unfamiliar with, and I enjoy being alone. I started to question myself. What happened to me? I was not like that when I was in elementary school. Finally, one day when I was in grade 8, one of my counseling teacher brought up the topic of introverts and extroverts. She gave us a mini quiz to determine which group of personalities we were in. And at that time, the result for me was that I was in the introvert group. Then my teacher began to explain what the two personalities meant. She did not explain them in detail, but I quite understand the meaning of both personalities. And then I became more aware that I am an introvert after reading about the personality traits of an introvert on the internet. According to the headline.com, the personality traits of an introvert are: first, you need plenty of time for yourself, and then too much socializing drains you. It's not like I hate social interaction and avoid it entirely. It's just I find that being alone is positively delightful and prompts feeling of peace and relief, not disappointment and stress. Introverts turn to their own minds to recharge, opposite to extroverts who seek out other people for their energy needs. The next trait is you work better on your own, and then the spotlight doesn't tempt you. And then you prefer a close circle of friends and you get to know people on a deeper level. I have many people I can call friends because I made a lot of friends in school. But the number of really close friends that I have can be counted on just 5 fingers. It's just like 4 people, and then the closest is just one person. It's kind of sad, but I'm not. I enjoy a lot this kind of small but deep relationship. The next trait is you spend a lot of time absorbed in your own thoughts and you prefer writing over talking. And the last trait is you feel emotions deeply. That's some of the traits, and I feel related to some of them. How do I know that I am introvert? I also find it out through the MBTI test. Have you ever heard about it? It's like a test to determine your personality type. And there are 16 personalities in MBTI. 8 start with I or introverts, and the rest start with E or extrovert. I took this test several times, and fun fact, sometimes my personality type is changing, but the results always start with I. Yes, introvert. And this is my current result. I am an ISFPT with 61% introverted. So yeah, I'm an introvert. Now let's move on to the next section. The types of introverts. In 2011 study, researchers outlined four domains of introversion that align with the characteristic people often link to these personality traits. First, social introvert describes the tendency to prefer spending time in smaller groups of people or alone. Second, thinking introverts describes the tendency to spend a lot of time absorbed in your imagination and inner landscape of your thoughts. Third, anxious introverts reflects the need to spend time alone because the company of other people prompts feeling of shyness or social awkwardness. And then the last one, inhibited introvert simply means you're more likely to act with restraint than impulse. You tend to keep your thoughts and feeling to yourself. Your particular flavor of introversion might blend any of these four elements. And I myself, I feel that I fall into those four categories. What about you? Did you also find that you are an introvert according to the characteristic that I have told you before? What type of introvert are you? Well, being an introvert, you don't need to worry if you are an introvert because being an introvert is completely normal. Being an introvert does not mean that you are shy or have social anxiety. Maybe some introverts do, but it's possible to overcome them. Being an introvert can be your strength. It allows you to focus, think deeply, and in many cases, achieve things that no one else can. Some of the greatest people in history were introverts. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, the famous author J.K. Rowling, former presidents Abraham Lincoln and Barack Obama, genius physicists like Albert Einstein, and then visionary entrepreneur Elon Musk. And according to many accounts, even Mahatma Gandhi was an introvert. You can be like them, even better. So let's show your strength as an introvert and be the best version of it. My name is Tia Arthasari. It was a great opportunity to share my opinion with you. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.